Alright, we are ready to begin our next lesson. Today's learning goal is that students will be able to change mixed numbers to improper fractions and vice versa, which means we're going to be able to change improper fractions into mixed numbers. So we're going to be able to go both directions there. Let's talk about what a mixed number is. A mixed number is a number that has two parts. The first part is the whole number part, which tells you how many wholes you have. And then it has a fraction part, which tells you the part of a whole that is left over. So here's some examples of improper fractions: 1 1/2, 5 2/3, 15 3/4. They each have a whole number part, and then they have a fraction part that tells you part of a whole that's left over. The other term that we're going to go over is improper fractions. Improper fractions are just when the numerator is equal to or larger than the denominator. We know that if the numerator is equal to the denominator, then that fraction equals 1, so we can convert it to the whole number 1. If it's larger than the denominator, then we need to convert it into whatever value that's equal to. So here's some examples of improper fractions: 22 over 13, 18 sevenths, 63 fourths. All of these numbers, the numerator part is larger than the denominator. So the first part we're going to do is converting mixed numbers to improper fractions. The first step that you need to do is you need to multiply the denominator times the whole number. After you do that, you're going to add whatever that answer is, the product of that. You're going to add that to the numerator. This number that you get after you multiply and you add becomes the numerator of the improper fraction. And then you keep the denominator. Whatever your denominator you started with is, that's the one you're going to keep, and it'll stay the same. So let's do a sample problem. The sample problem we're going to do is we're going to convert 4 2/3 to an improper fraction. Okay, so we're going to convert the mixed number 4 2/3 into an improper fraction. We know that the first step was we're going to take the denominator and multiply it times the mixed number. So I wrote a little multiplication symbol there to remind me that we're going to do 3 times 4. 3 times 4 is 12. The second step says that we're going to add the numerator to that answer. So I put a little plus sign there to remind me that I'm going to add the numerator. So 12 plus 2 is 14. So we're going to write 14 is the numerator of our improper fraction. And then we keep the same denominator. So we're going to keep the 3. So 4 2/3 has the same value. It means the same thing, represents the same amount as 14/3. Alright, so let's do another sample problem. This sample problem, we're going to convert 3 3/4 to an improper fraction. So for our second sample problem, we're going to do 3 3/4. We're going to follow the same steps to turn it into an improper fraction. So we multiply the denominator times the whole number. 4 times 3 is 12. We add the numerator. 12 plus 3 is 15. And that becomes the numerator of our improper fraction. And then the denominator just stays the same. So 3 3/4 has the same value as 15/4. Alright, so our learning goal says that we're going to learn how to go both directions. So the second way that we're going to learn how to solve these problems is we're going to convert improper fractions to mixed numbers. The first step when we do this is we're going to divide the numerator by the denominator, and our answer is going to have 3 parts. The whole number part of our answer is going to be the whole number part of our fraction. The remainder is going to become the numerator, and the divisor in our division problem is going to be the denominator. So let's do a sample problem to see what this process looks like. We're going to convert 16 thirds to a mixed number. So the steps that we follow to convert 16 thirds into a mixed number is we're going to put the 16 inside of the house, and we're going to divide by the 3. 3 goes into 16 5 times. 5 times 3 is 15. We're going to subtract and we get a 1. So now we're ready to write our answer. The 5 up here on top of the house, that's the whole number part of our answer. The 1 is our remainder, so that's going to become our numerator in the fraction part of our answer. And the divisor is the 3, that's going to become the denominator in our fraction part of our answer. So 16 thirds has the same value as 5 1/3. Alright, so let's do one more sample problem. We're going to convert 15 fourths to a mixed number. Okay, so the first step tells us that we're going to take 15 fourths. We're going to put the 15 inside the house. And the 4 goes outside the house, and we're going to divide. 4 goes into 15 3 times. 3 times 4 is 12. We're going to subtract and get a 3. So we have the 3 parts of our answer. The 3 on top of the house is going to be the whole number part of our answer. The 3 that's our remainder is going to be the numerator in our answer. And the 4 that's our divisor is going to be the denominator in our answer. So 15 fourths has the same value as 3 3/4, represents the same amount. Okay, so we are ready for some practice problems. You need to go to Moodle, do the practice problems for mixed numbers and improper fractions, and then after you finish those practice problems, you need to go back to your notes and rate yourself at the top of your notes as to what your understanding is. Use our scale that we have up here on the screen and bring that rating and bring any questions that you have to class tomorrow, and we'll get that taken care of and answered. Thanks a lot, and have a great evening.